Hello, everyone. How are you doing? This is another exciting episode of the Unscripted Inside. And I'm your host, Phil. And I'm so excited. Really so excited to be here. I'm really grateful to you all, to God, for this opportunity to do this. You know, um, I believe we're progressing, and I give all thanks to you all too for the support, for sharing, for liking, for supporting, for subscribing. And if you're currently listening right now and you have not subscribed to our channel, please help us hit the subscribe button. Also, do not fail to like and share. Let everyone close to you be aware of this knowledge that we're trying to, gain, and let's all build together. With that being said, welcome again once again to today's edition of the Unscripted Insight. And I want to ask one question. I want to I want this to really sit with you. It shouldn't just be in your head, but in your heart. The question is, what do you call wealth? Yes, what is wealth to you? Like really, what is wealth to you? What do you see as wealth? As in, when you say you want to be successful, what does that actually mean to you? Because if we are honest, a lot of us are chasing things we don't even understand. Let's be honest to ourselves or with ourselves. Most of us are chasing things we do not understand, running hard towards a vision of success that might not even be ours. So, what do you call wealth? What do you call success? Most of us have inherited the dreams of some other person. Most people grew up inheriting someone else's dream. And now we're exhausted. we are. We're exhausted because we are working in someone else's life or someone else's belief system or someone else's the word dream, not ours. So what do you call wealth? And the funny part is this is happening not because we are lazy, no, but because we are misaligned. And I want to say we because I do not want to exclude myself. Remember, we are all learning, we're all growing. So let's do this together. Yes, most of us are not lazy, but we are misaligned. What if I told you most people are chasing the idea of wealth? And another crazy thing is they've never actually stopped to ask themselves what that actually means. Wealth. What does it mean? Hence why I started by asking you, what does wealth mean to you? Are you thinking about it? What's on your mind? What you're probably giving yourself examples or answers or whatever. But aside the definition of someone, aside a dictionary meaning, aside all of that, aside what you heard, to you, what does wealth mean? Most of us say we want to be wealthy, but we never define it. It's more like you're copying and pasting. You're pasting someone else's wealth into yours, but you've never really defined your own wealth, your own explanation of wealth. It's more like you've inherited a standard of wealth. So a standard of a stranger, a standard of somebody that you do not know. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why we feel tired. Not because we are lazy, but because we are climbing someone else's ladder. Because we are. So let's talk. Let's strip it all the way down. Let's just take this all the way down. Let's talk about wealth. Not just in your pocket, but in your personhood. It's not just about money, but to you as a person. Have you met someone with everything but joy? Have you met someone with everything but joy? The car, the house, the shine, but no peace? I have. Have you? I have. I've met someone in this situation. Let me tell you a story. There was a man I once walked with quite a while ago. Um, He looked like he had everything. Uh, Everything the world would say is successful or should be. But one night a quiet, at a networking event, pretty much, a networking dinner, after a couple of glasses of wine, we leaned over and said, he pretty much leaned over me and said, uh, you know what nobody tells you? That's what he said. He said, no, you know what nobody tells you? You can have all the money in the world and still not feel like a man. That's what he said to me. I kind of, I laughed and it was a dinner. So I laughed. I said, yeah, yeah, yeah. It didn't really make sense to me at that point. I didn't really dawn on me. It dawned on me after I left. When I got home, it struck a nerve in me and it played back. You can have all the money in the world and still not feel like a man. That's when that word did hit. So let me ask you, what does wealth look like for you? When nobody's watching, when what does it feel like? What does it actually feel like? Ask yourself this question. What does it feel like? What does your soul crave for when the noise dies, when it dies down and the filters or the feelers are gone? Would you still chase what you're chasing? If no one could see it, would you still chase it? Or are you just addicted to the applause of it? Are you addicted to the showing up, the showing off, hoping it makes you feel full? Is that what wealth is to you? Because wealth without meaning is weight. If your wealth has no meaning, it's just weight. It's heavy. It looks like it can look good on paper, but it feels empty in the heart. Because wealth, when it's not really rooted in meaning, it becomes a trap. It's a prison in disguise. You can look free and still be changed to expectations. You can have all and still wake up with nothing real. I remember once a time when I was broke. Yeah, I was broke, like broke as broke can be. Finding hard to even eat a square meal a day. That kind of broke. I wasn't happy as regards to the fact that my financial status wasn't okay. I must be honest with you, but I was at peace with myself. This ridiculous, undeserved peace. I remember then I used to work with this my friend. I call him a brother. He's also doing well for himself with his beautiful family. I don't want to mention his name. He's a videographer. He makes music right now. Musical. We did some musical videos there, which is very very funny. He knows what I'm talking about. We used to do very crazy musical videos, all for this fact that and the fun. He was also you know he was also building his uh he was discovering more about himself at that point in time, and we are pretty much we're together going through that phase, but we did some couple of crazy movies. This is bringing back memories. But yeah, I said that to say we were together. It wasn't all good, but we we spoke about times like this where we'll do better, what will be better for ourselves. But we're at peace. We did movies, we did musical videos, crazy, we laughed and all that. We stayed in crazy places where we had mosquitoes biting us. um, that's a brother. That's my brother there. But yeah, I was at peace. I was we're creating movies and all that. We spent time together not because of what we had presently at that time, but but what we had inside, if you know what I mean. We had peace. Again, I might not have had money's physical cash. But one thing again was that my mindset wasn't poor. I didn't feel poor mentally. I knew it wasn't visible, but my mental space wasn't poor. I've always had a wealthy mindset, but above all, I was at peace, like a fountain. I felt richer, and I felt rich, and the season the money started flowing in later on, I felt more richer because I was aligned. I wasn't chasing. I was just being. I wasn't chasing. I was being, and that pretty much taught me something that money is a tool, but identity is a foundation. And if you build a mansion on a cracked foundation, trust me, it will fail. It will fail. Um, I remember meeting a woman once. She's very stunning. She was very stunning, polished, powerful. A CEO of a major company then. Whenever she walks into the room, everyone's head was going to turn. Everyone's head definitely did turn. But when we sat down, myself and her, away from the eyes of people, she said something to me. I haven't laughed from my belly in 3 years. 3 years. This was someone everyone respected, everyone looked up to, everyone wanted to be like, everyone admired, appreciated. But told me she hadn't laughed from my belly the way she did laugh in 3 years. She said she had made it, but somehow along the way she misplaced herself. That's the problem of a dimensional success. That's the problem of a dimensional success. You can build an empire and lose your soul in the scaffolding. You can. Again, what is wealth to you? What is it to you? Tell me. Is your vision of wealth rooted in your soul or someone else's success story? Is your own definition of made it, is it tied to yourself or to your trauma? Oh, I'm going to be successful. I want to be successful. My idea of success. Is it tied to yourself, your true self, or due to a trauma or due to someone else's idea of success? Are you grinding for freedom or for validation? Are you? Are you trying to be successful in your own idea of success due to the fact that you want validation, or you're trying to be successful because you want freedom, or you're trying to be successful because you want peace? Is that your ideal success? So I don't know. Ask yourself this question. And most importantly, if you stripped the titles, the labels, the stuff, what would people know you for? Would you yourself still know who you are? Like the lady. She was very, very successful, but she lost herself. She lost who she was. She realized that in that moment of laughter. That's deep for me. So you see, real wealth is when you can sleep at night without pretending. When your peace cannot be bought or broken. When your joy is not rented. When your joy is not rented at all, it's pretty much rooted. It's been rooted. Your joy is rooted. Like that deep, great foundation, your joy is rooted. That is real wealth. It's when you do not need to be somebody that you're not. You do not need to perform to be loved or chosen. That's real wealth. When your relationships are rich in honesty, not just shared photos. When your name, when whispered in a room, carries respect, not just relevance. That's wealth. When you're peaceful with your family, your kids, your wife, your spouse, your brothers, your sisters, even in lack of financial money, but you're peaceful, that is wealth. When you have a perfect health, you can pretty much stand up and go pee, go do what you need to do by yourself. That is wealth. Again, like I asked, what is wealth to you? When you have joy like a river and peace like a fountain, that is real wealth. There was a season when I looked, or there have been seasons when I felt I looked successful, and yeah, the money was flowing, the attention was loud, and but behind the scenes, I was anxious, always running, always proving, or rather, I felt I always needed to prove. I realized I had become successful at the cost of my own alignment. I was reaching movement, but bankrupt in meaning. And that's when I really had to pause. I had to pause, not to quit, but to redefine. I didn't quit. I didn't quit being successful. I didn't quit being wealthy, but I redefined what I called success. I redefined what I called wealth. The grind is very seductive. It will have you sacrificing joy for progress. It will have you sacrificing love for legacy. It will have you sacrificing sanity for status. Please hear me. Please. Hear me, please. Wealth that costs you your wellness is like, or what I say, is the prettier version of poverty. Yes, if the world can cost you your wellness, that's a prettier version of poverty. Simple. But I dare you now, ask yourself the scary question. Ask yourself, rethink, what are you building? What are you building? Please rethink. Just rethink. Are you losing yourself to an idea of wealth? Or are you becoming to your own idea of wealth? What is wealth to you? What is it to you? Re examine the why behind your work. You have to. Not because of the idea of the world or people's belief system or the belief system of your family or people around you or the noise around you. No. Re examine the why behind why you do what you are doing. Why do you want to be successful? What is wealth to you? And don't be afraid to walk away from the noise. Do not be afraid to do that. See, you you have to get something straight. The world is always going to talk. People would always talk. You would always have people against you. If you expect someone to be in alignment with everything that you're doing, you are killing yourself. You are losing yourself. You are not staying true to who you ought to be. Picture or dream or life of redefinition of yourself, of learning, of growth, you also have to understand that you're going to leave certain things behind. In your learning for perfection, in your learning for betterment, there are so many things you're going to leave behind. There are people that you are going to leave behind. You're going to go at a pace faster than that of so many people, even at a different direction. Not everybody's going to be in line with what you're trying to do. As long as what you're doing is right, stay true to it. Just be true to yourself. Don't be afraid to walk away from the noise. And even when you're losing it, or losing the likes, losing the followers, or losing the people, or temporary admirations, because applause fades away. Trends fade away. Trends die. Be truthful to yourself. Truth echoes forever. Truth echoes forever. Don't let the world trick you into measuring your worth by what you wear, what you post, what you drive. Because here's the truth nobody preaches loud enough. Let's be true to ourselves. Some of the wealthiest people, you don't really own things that shine, but they glow from the inside out. Wealth is from the inside, not the outside. It starts from here. Wealth starts from here. It's from the inside. You can still have all of the glitters and still be poor mentally. I say that to say because some of the broke, I've seen some of the most broken I've met. Uh, they are drowning in everything that they thought would save them. This is Unscripted Insight. Not for those who want surface, but those who want substance. If this pretty much stirred something in you, do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. If you've not subscribed already, I hope that we are learning, we are getting better. I hope that this strikes something in you. And until next time, see you. Peace.